Alright, hello. Welcome to another video. Today we're gonna take a look at the Venato Prime and its augment. I have not seen nearly enough people talking about this. I am not sure why. This weapon's augment is on par with Sentient Surge in my opinion. It is genuinely that overpowered. It is that strong. It might make this the strongest influence weapon in the entire game, and that is because you can forgo any other modes except electricity and get a lot more value from everything else. So if you want to go for classic influence frames, like let's say Lavos or something like that, any melee frame you want to do it, you can simply do that. And something like a melee Gauss with thermal transfer, it all goes really hard. Why is that? Why does this weapon become so overpowered with this mod? The mod says 120% additional damage matching the target's weaknesses. This is 120% elemental damage that matches the target's weaknesses, and what matching the target's weaknesses, what does this mean is if we go to navigation and we hover over some area, it will say suggested damage, puncture, viral. Alright, the viral damage, whatever elemental damage you see from the suggested damage, for example, here we get magnetic, on Jupiter we will have electricity and magnetic, here we will have corrosive, here we will have corrosive, on Kuva Grineer we will also have corrosive, I think. Yep, corrosive. And that's depends on where you look. 1999 you have corrosive, or do you? What do the Techrot use? Techrot use gas. On Deimos you have, I believe, radiation. Yes, radiation. So depending on what area you are, the weapon automatically adjusts the damage type it deals to that damage type, and then adds it to your damage at 120% effectiveness. This essentially more than doubles your damage on its own, and then when you factor in that these guys are weak to the element, it almost triples your damage, because you get 50% extra damage to these guys. And especially versus targets that are weak to viral damage added automatically to your weapon also increases the DOT of your proc. So we're gonna do one mission for pretty much everything to showcase as much as we can, because this is genuinely overpowered. But because I had a small argument with some people about melee attack speed, I'm gonna showcase Jade for this one. And I'm gonna go showcase Jade with Wrathful Advance on this small build that I built up just so I can do melee Jade for some reason. Basically, this is the build that we're gonna use. The stance mode is something I want to talk about here, as Stalking Fan is the default stance here, and I changed it so I can put in Reaping Spiral. With Stalking Fan, when you have 1.17 attack speed, it feels like you will need something like Berserker Fury and that Arcane Strike will not be enough. However, once the stance mode is changed to Reaping Spiral, which has faster animations, this doesn't seem like the case anymore, and Arcane Strike feels more than enough. We will start with the Orokin, because it is easily the best one to showcase and easily the one that is the best at this weapon, but every faction it will absolutely decimate, but the Orokin they just fall over in there. So I have Wrathful here. I'm not really gonna use it until way later on, because I don't think I need it, to be honest. The weapon is so strong already that I don't really need anything. So yeah, basically every time I attack someone and I proc a status effect, it will also proc viral. So by only modding electricity, we now have viral electric onto these guys, and that turns them into dust pretty much when combined with melee influence. So that is kind of the idea of it. I have basically no buffs running right now, just the weapon, and it's doing this, so yeah. I know this is slope, it is influence, but honestly, with how this mod combines and how the elements just stay on their own, and this also applies the Tau status to enemies on its own, I don't see a reason why I would ever not go influence on this one, to be honest. It's just so overpowered with it that there is no reason to not go. The Tau status allows me to proc status effects more efficiently onto enemies, and its augment gives me another free status effect to proc whenever I want. So it's like I literally don't need to do anything. By just attacking the enemies, I'm automatically winning without any effort whatsoever. I could have like 3 less formas on this weapon, as long as I have the correct stance mode, electricity, and like 4 modes, this weapon is good enough to kill anything. It's that strong right now. I mean, look at that. That is ridiculous. Without anything in terms of Wrathful Advance. And I'm red quitting, as you can see, without Wrathful Advance. Because the stats, the base stats of the Venato Prime are really good on its own. Like, if we check the weapon, we'll see that it has 34% crit chance, 2.3 multiplier, 32% status chance. Like, it's not, we're not talking about a weak weapon here that got an insane buff. Like, if we check the Orokin, for example, the Orokin is not the strongest weapon. It is like 24% status, 6 in crit, 1.8. This is like a way, this is a fairly new weapon, so the stats are way better than something like the Orokin or all the other old weapons that League has tried to buff up. This is just an absolutely insane weapon now. It genuinely is one of the strongest melees in the game. And if you want to do influence, then it is goated. As far as it goes for the side weapons, because hate is also a side weapon, I think for the amount of utility hate with burning hate provides, I still prefer that, but when you want to do a melee so that you can genuinely play melee, this is just straight up better than hate and burning hate. Even if hate is in canon, this is straight up better. Is it because influence is too strong? Possibly, but at the same time, it is what it is. This is just way too strong. Nothing different about it. I'm also gonna wait for the Acolyte real quick, so I can showcase it there, and if I have the chance to skip it on the other missions, then I will do so. I think showcasing one Acolyte is enough. And I'm using Wrathful just in case people want to see, because, I mean, yeah. 29 million damage. Not bad. I think on the later stages I will also showcase what this looks like on some good melee frames like Valkyrie, for example. Just to see what it actually does when you add it with a lot of buffs instead of just playing it the way it is. Because right now, for this mission, I just played with a weapon, added Arcane Strike onto my Jade, and then just tanked with Jade. That I didn't really do anything to buff the weapon. So, I'm curious to see what happens if I actually do buff the weapon and play with something ridiculous. Like, I have 5 purple Tower Shards Wisp, I have a Valkyrie. I have stuff that I can sort this. What I don't have is an Acolyte. Where's the Acolyte? Oh. Just in time. Right on cue. Alright, let's add melee damage or weapon damage. Let's add this. Hey man. Goodbye man. Yeah. What do we expect really? Weapon kinda broken at the moment, not gonna lie. I don't know why people genuinely haven't talked about this. Maybe they didn't understand what the mod actually does. But in case you are familiar with it in another ability, this is the same as what Revenant's 4th ability does, where Revenant's 4th ability can actually kill only because of this adaptation to enemy weaknesses that it has. If it didn't have that effect, it would genuinely be useless. But because it has that effect, it can kill at like level 100, 120 without much effort. Did you enjoy playing Warframe today? Well, I just started, so I'm gonna say yes. Next Warframe, let's do a normal Wisp, just regular Wisp build without anything. I don't have Eclipse. I could go Roar and then showcase Roar, but I don't think we're gonna see any difference. I'm gonna take it anyway. And now let's go to Grineer. So versus Grineer, we'll see that even though we're only electricity, our damage will be electricity plus corrosive. And I know it's not viral, but if you have a Panzer Papala, that can take care of your viral, and you can simply armor strip enemies with a corrosive procs. So, I still think this is just great. Plus, it's just extra damage for free, so why not? Oh, cool village. Move a hind? Nah. I would ironically take something interesting, but I'm not taking a hind. Holy shit, that's so much damage. I know it's not easy to tell because influence setups pretty much look the same regardless of what you're taking, but this is genuinely so much damage. It ramps up so quickly. Also tried Caliban with this. Again, I don't notice the difference at all. Like, I made a melee Caliban. I literally have no idea what the difference was or if I saw any. So I don't really know what to say about that. I haven't tried any melee focus frame yet on this, so I'm kind of excited to see how that will go. So I'm probably gonna try like a Raffle Advanced Wisp 5 Purple Sword or something. Even though I usually have that for slam builds, but yeah. Or, I don't know. Maybe an Eclipse. Even though Eclipse is not great, we might see some crazy heavy attack numbers. We'll see. Range-wise, this is also not bad. I don't feel like I need a range mod on this, where usually some weapons, especially sides, don't have crazy range. The range on this feels pretty nice on its own, so really good overall. I don't know, they really buffed the Venato Prime to shit for some reason. I'm not really sure why, but yeah. I'm gonna check also if this Riven or if this weapon got any disposition changes, because honestly, if it's not 0.5 still and Riven modes can go well on this one, then GG. That's kinda GG. Honestly, how much worse is regular Venato, low-key? 27, 2.1, 24. It's a pretty big difference, never mind. Plus no Tau status, obviously, because not the Venato Prime. So I would say, dude, look at that. That is insane. I touched an enemy, they all explode. Hello? They all just explode. That is some nutty DOT damage. My god. Imagine like a melee rhino with raffle in this. Holy shit. I don't even wanna know. I'm Holistic if you're watching this, you know what to do. You know what you're doing, bro. You got that. My god. And yeah, I know the stance of this weapon is really good for afflictions, but I mean, if you're not running Orokin specifically, I don't think it's worth it because you're not utilizing the other status effect as well. Since the stance mode of Reaping Spiral, when it does the knock-up effect, it adds a bleed proc. So bleed procs do not really benefit from anything else but viral and base damages. I don't see the reason to go for that. On the hate, you have a bleed proc plus a heat proc, so it's a bit of a different story. But, yeah. It's genuinely ridiculous what this weapon has become through one augment mod and a prime version. From being like a fairly good weapon on the regular Venato to Venato Prime giving you free Tau status, which is what's already really powerful, to whatever this mod is. Like, Sentient Incision is so powerful. Holy shit. Like, my god. Why have we not seen people talk about this? Look at this! What the fuck is that? She didn't even get to silence me. She didn't even get to silence me at all. It's just, it's so overpowered. I love it. I love it. So why haven't we seen people talk about this much? Are people just seeing the augment and they're like, oh, it's for Venato, like Caliban weapon. I don't like Caliban or something. I don't get it. The weapon is busted. Let's go for this wisp, the 5 purple towel wisp. Well, this looks pretty damn good. Let's try it. We'll need to press 2 a bit, as it seems squishy as shit, but we'll see about that. Oh, we have a Fissure too. Yeah, whatever. Well, this will be interesting for sure. I kinda wonder how much damage I will end up doing to Necromechs. I kinda want them to spawn. I will try and let them spawn, but I can never be sure about it. Wait, I'm in a Fissure. Will that mean that it will do radiation and viral? Oh, that's interesting. I didn't even think about that. Well, I guess we'll find out when we find some enemies that aren't these guys. But yeah, as you can see, for these guys we get radiation. For these guys we get viral and radiation. Oh my god, what? So wait, if we hit them directly, we get viral, which spreads through influence, and if we hit the rogues directly, we spread the radiations. Wait, that's that's even more insane. Hello, you get 2 elements for free working with condition overload onto influence. Usually on influence, you cannot go condition overload because you don't have enough status effects onto the enemies. But here, it's literally better. What? That's wild. Holy. My god. 30 million damage. So even if I'm going against these guys, which radiation is not the best damage type to spread, obviously, kind of min. It's just really good for these guys because, you know, it's just a lot of damage. If I hit this guy, I spread viral. Oh, it's below me. Hold up. Oh, it's inside there. Oh. Well, let's see what it does to that guy. I didn't even get to heavy attack him, I just hit him. No heavy attacking needed. Oh, wait. They might be able to spawn it. I'm quite far away. Please, please, please. Okay. We will get to fight a Necromech. Against all odds of this just absolutely killing everything. The guy started the sequence so far that he could actually spawn it. Let's go. Where is the Necromech? There he is. He just died to do this. I wanted to heavy attack his back, try and get the damage cap, but he didn't let me and he just died to DOTs. Unfortunate. Didn't even get a damage cap for the video. SMH. Dude, imagine this on Valkyrie with 5 purples. I don't even wanna imagine this. Actually, forget I ever said that. I don't wanna imagine. This is disgusting. My god! The damage numbers. Oh, this is great. Jeez. Also, for this mission, shouldn't we have something like similar to EDA, where if the enemy spawn a Necromech, you can actually kill it to save some timer? Or like on the 1999, if you let the Baba spawn from life support, you get timer, or you get the 2x time. I don't know why D hasn't done that yet, to be honest. I feel like that should have been a thing. But holy shit, the damage, man. Hello. No need to heavy attack, just melee. One hit. Amazing. Yeah. Dude, that's where scythe weapons are all so good. You have this now. You have the hate. You used to have the Reaper Prime back in the day, which was literally considered the best weapon in the game when it was the start of Melee 2.0. And then now you also have the Grigori with all its buffs and all that, which is completely busted, and I'm gonna showcase it. Like, you have so many things. There's so many things that you can genuinely pick out of scythe weapons and be super powerful. Super powerful. Also, thank God I actually tested the Fissure, or else I would have never thought about the interaction between the corrupted enemies coming in and you just fighting the mission's regular enemies. That's actually really powerful. Alright, let's give Valkyrie a shot. Why not? Well, this build looks interesting. Naira modes? Naira mode's Wrathful? Is this a Dark Sword build? This could be a Dark Sword build. Let's just take it. I think it should be good enough. Alright, I have been holding it for way too long. Go against Corpus, it's time. And then we'll do one against Scaldra, and I think we're good enough. I don't even get to, like, see their health bar. I kinda expected this against the Corpus, to be honest. The moment I proc Influence... Yeah. No, low-key, I can't even do this, bro. I can't even do this. This doesn't showcase anything, I swear to God. Like, I'm just touching an enemy and they instantly die. What the fuck am I doing? Let's just go to 9 to 9 to 9. Same setup. I don't really care. Dude, there is no way. Like, I just hit once and everybody dies whenever they get proc by influence. It doesn't make any sense. This happens with any influence setup too, so like going against Corpus, I shouldn't have even tested it, to be honest. Because what the hell would I expect its influence versus a Corpus unit? And you get magnetic plus electric, so it's even worse, to be honest. So yeah, go ahead and spawn those guys, please. I will need them. And give me an energy orb if you're, you know, while you're at it, please. Thank you. And we're gonna let the Baba spawn, obviously. See what kind of damage type we get against it. Against these guys, we obviously get corrosive. And they obviously get white one-tapped when it comes to Valk. I'm not using Wrathful or anything, I'm just using Valk, and yeah. We don't really see any difference. If you decide to use Wrathful on this weapon, you can also just simply remove Blood Rush altogether. It doesn't really matter at that point. But yeah. Very powerful. Okay. No prime shoe footed, my bad. Alright, Baba. Tell me what you got, man. So we do magnetic on it and we instantly kill it. Interesting. Didn't use Wrathful still. I'm gonna use Wrathful on the next one. But yeah, what I did now, that should have like give me a double timer, not gonna lie, cause what's the point of then risking and letting the Baba actually spawn? I don't really get it. Alright, second one starting. Let's start Wrathful. Like, just to get a feel of the damage. Right! Yes, I see. I see. Well, this weapon is just not normal, is it? It's kind of... This is like having a universal Bane mode of sorts, you know? The augment mode for this weapon is literally like having a universal Bane mode. Anyway, ba. Oh. Well, 6 Tatas had this. Oh my god. Decapitated. What if I used my 3? Wait, next one I'm gonna use my 3 as well, man. I think Acolyte, this is gonna... Where is she? Oh, I thought I killed her. Didn't quite kill her. And I also did a heavy slam attack, which is way lower damage than the regular heavy attack of this weapon. But it's alright. Yeah, for this Babao, I'm gonna get sided a billion times, yeah. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna press my 3 on it as well. Give it an extra melee damage vulnerability. Or, you know, kill everything and won't let it spawn. That's also good. Fuck no, I have to. I just wanted to kill this guy. He was next to it. Oh my god. Yeah, this is definitely something. I don't know, while I was testing this, when I realized what it actually does, I was like, wait, there's no way nobody's talking about this, right? This is... Like, am I crazy for saying that this might be one of our most powerful melee weapons? No? I don't think I'm crazy for saying that, right? Like, what other influence melee weapon is genuinely as much damage as this one now? Like, if we exclude glaives, because then you just play Falcor and it's just GG, but... Come on, Baba. Alright. Have this. And goodbye. I didn't even see a damage number, it just kinda died. Alright. Good enough. Yeah, I don't know. Just try it out, alright? I think you're gonna like it. The weapon is also fairly new, so the prices for it are pretty cheap, and you can also farm it very easily, because if I remember correctly, it's only like 3 parts for you to get it. Yeah, it's kinda free eats, this weapon, not gonna lie. It's so powerful. Absolutely disgusting. But yeah, as I said, this basically is a universal Bane mode for your weapon, and when you add a universal Bane mode for a weapon that has already good interactions with influence, and you just add another even better interaction, you get this. This what the fuck is this? I don't really get how this is so high. Like, it's not even just the actual damage. Even if this was like 30%, this would be overpowered. But this is 120 when maxed out, 120% damage. That is nuts. That is so nuts. And yeah, you could even like change some stuff around maybe on the build. Like if you're running Raffle, you simply stop this completely, put another smite mode in there, and now you have double trouble here. Smite Orokin, smite Grineer, whatever. But if I'm being real, you don't need more damage. Like this simply one-shots everyone and anything. At this point, with just this, no Bane modes needed, and Bane modes will triple dip on melee influence. So it's just, yeah, it's completely overpowered. Thank you very much for watching another video of mine, and I'll see you on the next one.